growing up in an immigrant household, and your mom and stepdad, like he said, he never seen his stepdad kiss his mom and things of that nature. His mom never like gave him a hug. Seeing all these visions of all these great families on TV, and that's when you realize, oh shit, my shit ain't what I thought it was. That was the dope part to me. What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Fuck This Review, and today I'm going to be reviewing IDK, See For Yourself.
Hey.
This is the first album that I'm hearing from IDK, and just first thoughts, I was highly impressed. I was surprised of how good this album actually was, with the beats, the story, the cohesiveness of the songs, the skits, the interludes. I think it was done really well. He's also a Maryland native like myself, so it was good to see the intro when you get 301 area code. I've been seeing that area code my whole life, so that was pretty dope. Just the creativeness on this record was it was really good. It was refreshing. It was mixed by Mike Dean, which it sounded amazing. Certain tracks where they would just blend into the next, it just sounded great. So I'm going to go through some of the songs, some of my favorites, some of the highlights, some of the things I didn't like, and just give my honest take of the album. Let's take a break for a second. Before we get into this review, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The road to 1,000, we're moving strong. I forgot where we're at, like at 860 something. I forget the number. Hopefully by the time I finish this, we're higher than that. So we're only 100 and something away from 1,000. If you like what you see, tell a friend to subscribe, just spread the word for me. And that's pretty much it. Let's get back to the show. The album is only 16 records, and it doesn't seem that long. It's only 40 something minutes. First track, Santa Monica Boulevard. That's a hard record, man. That's a hard record to start your album off with. And one thing I did like about this record is that he had the hard records on here that bust your shit open beats, but then he'll have some records on here that was just totally laid back, and he's doing Tamia vocals and shit. So I thought that was just dope, the contrast of them both. But I thought Santa Monica was a dope way to start the record. What did he say on there? Now that I'm here, yeah, he did say Santa Monica Boulevard. I can't tell if they meant. Yeah, he did say that. Okay, so I wasn't tripping. And Dogs Don't Lie is like one of those interlude records to me. I love that sample that was chosen. Oh, I also realized that he produced majority of the album, which I thought was just fucking dope. Whenever I find an artist that does everything, the production, the writing, the lyrics, and they're the centerpiece of the project, it's always like great. So when I found out he produced most of the album, it added another level of greatness for me. He has a line on there that says, "Why is everybody calling me an asshole? I'm just giving you the honesty you asked for." I thought that was fucking dope. To go into Truth, and when that record comes on, the first couple times I heard it, I thought that was the record with Young Thug. And the way that record bled into the Young Thug record, and to have him and Young Thug going back and forth with verses, I thought was so fucking dope. Young Thug can get into a bag sometimes that makes me feel like he's underrated just as a lyricist. Then it goes into Shoot My Shot, which is one of my favorites. It's just so up-tempo, and Offset's cool on there, but IDK did on there was just dope. Shoot my shot, then I checked the ballistics. Something like, I was shooting my shot, you were Matrix. Na. Like, his hook game on here was so dope. The going in and out of voices and everything was just dope. It was just dope. The next record after that was Red, which featured Westside Gunn and Jay Electronica and MF Doom. And that was just a crazy record because the beat, you wouldn't even think that none of those rappers would be on there. And it has the Prada Bulls with the pimped out Gucci suits. Big Time sample. And my favorite part on there was like, it was like, I'm about her car, some shit like that. And I was like, that was just so fucking dope. And Jay Electronica verse on there just fit perfectly. To have Westside Gunn open the track, that was a well put together record. Like, it was unexpected for the artists that he had on there. I never really hear a lot of those artists on like bass driven records, like those commercial sounding beats, and they sounded refreshing. It sounded really good. Puerto Rico, one of my favorites. That song could be the song of the summer to me. Girl, you're just like Puerto Rico. Sunshine, sometimes Miami. When it rains, it pours like London. He goes into the Tamia, close the door. Who is he signed to? Warner, I think. That record should just go. 10 Feet. It was a surprise to hear T-Pain come on there. And it's good that T-Pain is getting like his recognition again. And The newer artists are reaching out to him to do work because this is the generation that grew up on T-Pain. The Keto record with the Neptunes, when I first heard it, I really didn't like it. And not that it was a bad record. It still might be my least favorite record on here because I listened to it over and over again trying to do this review. I did like enjoy the beat and start liking it a little bit more, but I'm not sure if that's like programming because I listen to it so much. But just to have that DMV connection of Virginia Beach and Maryland, just to have that connection is dope. And I knew it was Neptune as soon as I heard the 3 count in. I was like, oh yeah, this has to be a Neptune's beat. Nobody else does that besides Neptune's. And then really at that point, this is where the album takes a switch for me, and it becomes like it gets a little darker tone and it starts getting real personal. Not saying that he wasn't being personal throughout the record, because he was. He was talking about his mom, he was talking about all this stuff. But once you get to this portion of he was talking about the stepdad, he was talking about all that. But once you get to the portion of this album, it kind of gives the album its like weight. It gives the album its truth in 1995, and you get to Peloton, and you get to Hey Auntie, Crying at Church with the DMX sample at the end, or prayer at the end. And on Auntie, he's talking about being, that song is so dope because it stops at certain points, and then I think it's like the second verse where he talks about being molested, and I'm assuming by his auntie. And this is the record that, like, I don't know, that had to be hard to even discuss or even put out there on the record. Hey Auntie, you know what I mean? I just thought that was really, really good. The Closure record, where it sounded like he's leaving a voicemail for his mom, and like he was happy that she, was religious and in the Bible, but I wish you would have found love or practiced love first, because there's a lot of things, it seems like, growing up in an immigrant household and your mom and stepdad, like he said, he never seen his stepdad kiss his mom and things of that nature, or his mom never like gave him a hug, or when she came home from work, it was just like, did you do this, did you do that, did you do this? And it was like seeing all these visions of all these great families on TV, and that's when you realize, oh shit, my shit ain't what I thought it was. That was the dope part to me. That story that was weaved into it, that was the dope part of the album to me. So if you look past all the shit and everything else, that core of the album with that story, I thought that was really good. You see for yourself. Let me get into my best songs. I'm gonna go with Shoot My Shot, Red, and Puerto Rico. Worst song, I'll go with Keto. Best line, he says, maybe being hurt so much would send a couple blessings. Maybe I can learn from all the pain and get a lesson. I hope that all this pain would start the lesson. I've been holding on shit too long, like one right, two wrongs. The road of healing stuck in rush hour like I'm Sue Young. That part stood out to me. That was a really dope bar. As far as review, fucks given for this record, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed this record. I really, really enjoyed this record. Let's wrap this shit up though. I'm at the bank beating it. In closing, when it comes to IDK, you see for yourself, I really enjoy this album. I can't really stress that enough. I would want people to go out there and listen to it. Go check it out. It's really, really, really a good record. It's cohesive. Everything flows. It's a great story underneath it all. And for me, it's like a hometown artist. So I'll root for that anytime, especially when it's a great product. Just keep going. Like, I want to hear something else. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back and listen to his other album before this one just to see if this was like the one, or he's always been doing this. And I look forward to more things to come, because this record was really, really good. I love the production. I love the cohesiveness. I love the sound. I love the creativeness in his vocal performance. The lyrics were great. The bars was dope. Some really sneaky bars that you gotta catch. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that, just from a rapper standpoint. If you made it this far, remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As always though, I'm Tatum. Fuck this review. Peace.